Alright everybody, we celebrating because we did it. We hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel.
I think that was a goal that we had that we weren't expecting to accomplish overnight, literally.
Yeah, we got like over 500 of you fine gentlemen and gentlewomen to subscribe in like one day.
Thank you.
Much appreciate that.
Much.
Just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. We appreciate the support and we just happy to have y'all along for the journey, and everybody else, please subscribe.
While I was sitting here listening to you, do you think we should move the camera closer because all these rackets?
Yeah.
Like for me to fix that for you? You having fun?
I'm trying to get us some B-roll, son. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get in a good mood. What? Did you just spray my phone?
On purpose. How did it look?
Beautiful. Especially with that shirt that you're wearing. Perfect color.
Y'all know what time it is. Just kidding. Welcome back to another video, everybody. In today's episode, we're going to kind of be catching everybody up to speed. Our last video was kind of just an introduction to the project. Now we're going to kind of give everybody a timeline just of the events and how everything has been going so far. We have a few funny stories. Some may or may not include Paul, so stay tuned. It's going to be a good video. I like chicken. Primarily what we're going to be showing y'all is all of the, well, one, the cleanup, getting it ready to start working on it, and also the flooring. That was our first big project we had to tackle. There were some spots that we were very unsure about. This was before we had any idea that we were going to do it ourselves.
So, me and Tyler have been together since May of last year. The Honeymoon Hilton idea came about in my brain in August. I took a picture of it August 1st. It's that picture that in the first video with the tree growing up the front. It took me a little time to get my nerve up to tell him because I was nervous that he would say no and I don't want to be rejected. So it took me a few weeks to actually show him that picture. How did you feel whenever I first showed you how ugly the house was?
Pretty average.
No fear?
No.
No care?
That's a pretty accurate description.
No fear, no care. So you just said we're just gonna do it?
Yep.
Okay. September, we were already working on it, dreaming about what it could be. We lived 4 hours apart, so He got to help me work on it whenever he was able to come visit. It was like sporadic whenever we could actually work on it. I started cleaning it out because that was the big thing that we had to do first, because it was completely filled with junk and gross stuff and it was disgusting. So there was like furniture from the 70s in there. Insulation that was all on the ceiling got leaked on and started falling in the floor, so there was insulation everywhere. That's why I was wearing that goofy suit. It was too hot, so I ended up having to take it off, so I just had to itch for a few days. Old mattresses, an old record player, flower arrangement junk, beer cans from Paul and his drinking friend, anything you could think of, and I threw it all in the burn pile. The next thing that we did after we got it cleaned out, we got an official address. We got put on the map.
Put on the map?
And
like we trying to do on YouTube, so y'all subscribe.
And I would tell y'all the address, but I don't want any creepy people showing up to my house, so no. We got an address so that we could get our power hooked up, and I started getting in touch with the power company. That was a mess. So Tyler actually saw the house in person for the first time on September 30th. How did you feel about it whenever you actually got to see it in person?
We drove and we saw the house. Beautiful green pastures down through the hollers. Over a stream or two, and we went, and just when you thought it couldn't get any nicer, over the horizon, the sun was setting. You see this beautiful house just appear like it's floating in the clouds. I turned to Doodle and I said, that is our home. It was
not
alright.
how it went at all. I drove you over there on the bucket of the tractor. Oh, I'm so scared for him to see this in person. We got there and he was just like, yep, whatever.
I felt pretty good about it.
So in the months of October, November, and December, we noticed that there's mold everywhere in the house, and that's kind of disgusting. So I figured I was gonna have to rip all that crap out. I was able to rip out the sheetrock and the insulation and clean it up in there a bunch so that we could start working on it. Me and Daddy. So Daddy works in the oil field, so he's only home 2 weeks out of the month, so that gives me even less time to be able to work on it because I need help. But any time that he was off and I wasn't busy working, he would come to help, and we greatly appreciate it.
Shout out to JJ on that one, the old father-in-law special.
He helped. He was bush hogging and cutting trees down and making us a driveway and getting us a yard and piling up trash on the trash pile and doing a lot of stuff. He was helping a bunch. December 15th, we finally got to put in our temporary pole so that we could have some power out there. That's like the main thing that was holding us back from being able to work, the power company. It was very slow, and I feel like they didn't listen to me because I was a girl. I am still a girl. Text them and call them and go in there and aggravate them a little bit to get them to do anything at our house. Whoops. The temp pole put in, and they still didn't show up. They told us to do that though. And also in December, I started aggravating the man that had to come and do a perk test. I had no idea what that was. They take a sample of your soil.
Soil, not your soul. She's talking about the dirt, not what's in here.
Yeah. Soil sample.
Soil. Fun fact, when you move to Mississippi, the dirt turns red.
Not all of it. So I got that situated. And he also was slow, but he was not quite as slow as the power company. January 22nd, the power people came to start hooking up our power. But in order to hook up our power, they have to cut all of the pine trees so that it doesn't hit the lines. So they were supposed to come one day, cut, and come the next day and hook up the power. It was supposed to be the easiest job ever. They come the day that they're supposed to, the tree cutting. The next day in the forecast, we were having bad weather. That didn't happen. but they still just said, I'm not going to come to the next day for like a week or longer straight. We did have bad weather. That's just wonderful. Whenever we need power hooked up, we can't get it. January 25th, I decided to be productive in all of the rain, shower, thunderstorms that we were having. Found some spray paint at our house, and I went in there and found all the leaks and just started circling them. So we would know where we need to replace the boards or where the roof was leaking. February 1st, they finally hooked up our power. I tested it out with a phone charger. Every single one of those outlets, I plugged it into it and it worked, and I was so grateful. We could finally start doing all of our work. February 4th, me and Tyler got engaged.
We actually got engaged in this exact spot where we're sitting.
Of course I wasn't married. It's where me and Tyler would go on a lot of our Sunday drives, not limited to only Sundays. So down there, down there where those boats are, but by the turtles, sister planned for us to have a little picnic because we love milk and cookies, and that's like our tradition. And it was super cute, and it was so much fun. You want to tell them about how you practice?
Alright, for all my Crip gang homies, I've never really, since I got crippled, tried to get on a knee. Got out of church and was going on a little drive. I stopped, you know, to do what crippled people do, use the bathroom. I went in there, I found a nice little place, and I practiced getting down on a knee at the restaurant just to see if I could do it. So I gave it like 2-3 practice goes, and then I said, all right, let's go for it. So we were driving. I asked her where she wanted to go, but asked her in such a clever way that she asked to come here. I was getting nervous because I was fixing to ask this woman to marry me. Got stopped at the train tracks for the longest train in the world. Windows were rolled down because I needed some airflow. I was getting lightheaded. I was just having all the thoughts, just, you know, just thinking. Then I told Doodle, I said, Doodle, I'm getting a little lightheaded. I think I need some water. She also told me she was feeling lightheaded, and I was just perplexed. Like, why is she feeling lightheaded?
I thought the train was releasing chemicals and we were both getting lightheaded.
No.
So then we got engaged at this exact spot that we were sitting in.
We did.
February 5th, I think we just were soaking in the day and hanging out and having fun. February 6th, 7th, and 8th, we got busy, got to work in there. Finally do some work with our tools because they gave us our beautiful power.
Basically, we went in the house, marked out kind of all the areas where the water was seeping through, leaking on the floors, and assessing the situation. Started just ripping up all the rotted wood. We went and got some materials, just ripping up nails and everything, just kind of
sawing it out,
doing that.
Daddy even took the chainsaw to some spots.
I didn't know that.
The bedroom ripped out, that wood replaced. Tyler was there for most of that. February 9th and 10th, Tyler had to leave. Me and Daddy still kept on working, trucking along. We fixed the rotten spots that were in the kitchen and the bathroom. Well,
not kitchen.
We cut the kitchen out, but we didn't finish it. There was a couple little spots here and there throughout the house that we did. The whole wall by the side door was terrible. Couldn't walk there. The wall was shaky. The studs were rotten because that door had been open for so long, and the water would just blow in and it just ruined everything. Daddy didn't want to touch it. He doesn't like carpentry work. I thought that we could have done it, and Tyler decided no, we don't want to pay somebody to do it because we can't. We need we just decided we were gonna do it on our own, and we asked Paul for advice. He told us what to do, and we did it. hoist, there were some rotten spots on those. And then he said just to sandwich new ones, nail them together, and that should be fine. That were rotting on the wall. He said,
but all these things that's right over here, all you gotta do is add your thing to it and go down. You put your piece.
So we don't even need to cut those off, we just add something to it.
Add something to them.
Make it go up to where the good wood is, then nail it. It fixed it. And we did the same thing on the kitchen side that we didn't finish with Daddy. We did that on our own, and I think we did a really good job. I feel like that was hard work because we were figuring it out on our own and it was annoying and we almost killed each other fighting over the kitchen part. It worked and we did it, and now we can walk everywhere that we need to walk and the wall's not wobbly.
Some of us can walk.
You can walk.
Without wobbling. I'm just kidding.
The 10th day of February, whenever we were wrapping up the floor that me and Daddy were gonna get done, Paul came over there and he gets off on these side quests whenever we're trying to do stuff, and it's funny, but it's also annoying because then he wants everybody to help him on the side quest. So already had all the tools there. He was gonna build random steps for a trailer that they have that they rent. One thing led to another.
Bro. I'm gonna get my truck.
I said one thing led to another.
Hopefully we build our house a little bit better.
A lot of people were noticing in Paul's really fast drive-off video that he didn't have a tailgate on his truck, and I blame him because he made me go on his side quest mission for him. We're just gonna let him tell you about that. Remember your truck?
What about it?
Your tailgate.
Yeah, you tore it up. I ain't got a tailgate. You can tell them who tore it up.
Wait. I said wait. I have to say action before you can start talking. All right. Now, tell us the story of how you lost your tailgate.
You ain't said action yet.
Action.
I sent Doodle from the Honeymoon Hilton up to the trailer up there to get some 2x6 and 2x4. And I had the tailgate down as a sawhorse on my truck, this old truck. She goes up there and she pulls down in there and she puts the stuff on the back of my truck, and then she hauls backwards right into a pine tree about that big around, doing 50 miles an hour, I guess. She didn't have to travel over about 20 foot. Bent my tailgate, and you go out there and the tailgate's in the back of the blue truck. You can show them a picture of what you did. Damn, Doodle. You must have been doing 60 miles an hour. Easy. I went and bought me a new tailgate, but it's silver. And my friend, that's a painter, ain't been able to paint it yet. So I ain't putting it on there. I don't want no two-tone truck. And I bought the paint and everything, and it's still, my new tailgate's in the shop. And I guess that's where it's gonna stay. How about that, Doodle? This truck is That truck is too tough to do that.
So our life got busy because we got engaged, and then we had to plan for our tiniest wedding ever, and then we had to pay for stuff for that, and so we couldn't pay for stuff on our house.
We got married on April 25th. That was a Thursday, in case you were wondering.
Yep.
Folks at home, just want to let you know, I just married this beautiful woman, and I don't know, Santana, what you thinking? Oh!
It was a good day.
My lady, you look good, son. It was kind of just a small ceremony, just our immediate families.
In the middle of a cow pasture.
In the middle of a cow pasture. Pretty redneck, I guess.
Pretty free. We had a little supper after at our camp where me and Tyler were living. The camp that Paul talked about in the last video.
And old Paul, generous man, he let me cruise off with this fine young lady in his Chevelle, so that was pretty cool. Thanks, sir.
Also decided not to do a real honeymoon. We went on a mini moon so that we could save our money to help work on our house. We just went to the coast for 2 nights.
Yeah, and then we went to my parents' house. We did like a little celebration with that side of the family. Yeah, we just kind of kept it simple, just special for me and her.
It was very special.
Yep, choosing videos. And I think it was somewhere around, like after we got married, we wanted to make a video series about our journey of building the house. Having to do this format right now, do a lot of storytelling, just catch everybody up. Because a lot of the clips we have, mostly of the early portion, is just like phone clips. Around this time in May, after we got married, we decided, you know, let's show everybody what we're doing. In the coming videos, the quality is going to get a lot better. You're going to get to see a lot more in-depth detail of what we're doing. We really want to bring y'all in on the journey. Y'all stay tuned. We have a lot of good content coming. We're excited to have y'all a part of the journey as we build our house, and we want to give just a big appreciation, thank you to everybody who's left comments and liked the video and subscribed to the channel. We really appreciate the support. I'll just keep liking the videos, keep sharing the videos, subscribe, and yeah, join us on our journey of building the Honeymoon Hilton.
Yep. So, ow, my leg. Mama said at Lowe's, somebody saw him and said, I know you, you're Paul.
Oh, on that note, we want to do a Q&A for y'all. Let us know, do y'all want to do a Q&A just us, Q&A just Paul, Q&A all 3 of us? Y'all let us know, y'all leave comments, y'all leave questions, and we'll see what we can put together for y'all. Why are you smiling like that, bro?
Bench, biscuit, dogs. Good. Fix it. I really want to.